Good vibes for the Rangers, who head into the All-Star break with a 27-14-8 record after a Friday night win over the Golden Knights. So let's talk some Blue Shirts hockey with New York Post Rangers beat reporter. That would be Mollie Walker. Mollie, how's it going?
Pretty good. Ready for a little bit of a all-star break, but doing pretty well.
Yeah, I feel like everybody covering the NHL is ready for a bit of time off for some people, not for everybody, but get a little bit of a break, and that's always good. So, Mollie, 49 games down for the Rangers, and they head into the break 8th overall in points percentage in the NHL. How do you assess what this team has accomplished before the break?
Well, when you consider where they were and how they were playing just 2 months ago, it's hard to be anything but satisfied with the Rangers standing at the All-Star break. I think their ability to get back on track as convincingly as they did is a major accomplishment that the team should be able to hang their hat on. But that doesn't mean there isn't room for improvement or that they're a finished product by any means. And I don't think the team is satisfied either. They've gone 8-3-3 since the holiday break, and I think that's more than respectable. Were there games they should have won? Sure. But overall, they were able to keep pace in the Metro and win a majority of their games. And as of right now, they're third in the division with 62 points, behind only the Devils and the Hurricanes. And I think they're in a good spot.
Yeah, so you think they're in a good spot, not a bad position for them to be in. But let's talk about a player and a component of the team, Philip Hedl. He's had a breakout season for the Rangers. Do you see his play as being sustainable as we move towards the postseason? And should fans be encouraged about the growth of the kid line? Seems like they're growing up.
There's been nothing about Philip Hedl's play that indicates that it wouldn't be sustainable moving forward, which does put the Rangers in quite a difficult spot with his impending restricted free agency at the end of this season. What has really impressed me about Hedl this season is how much he's been able to do with so little. He's been relegated to the third line for a majority of the season, stuck on the second power play with barely any time, and he's still set career highs in goals with 16, points with 29, and he's one assist away from a personal best there too. And like you said, 49 games down, still a bunch of the season left to go. And the kid line as a whole has been pretty good since they were put together again 3 games ago. I'm sure fans feel the same as me. They're so fun to watch. So I'm curious to see if head coach Gerard Gallant keeps them together going forward.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he does, because it seems like the Rangers are benefiting from their youthful energy there. And then lastly, Mollie, the Blue Shirts, as you mentioned, they sit at third in the Metropolitan Division, and they've played much better hockey, as you also mentioned as well, over the past 23 games or so. So what does this team need to improve on to make a run after the break?
I think the biggest areas for improvement is around their team defensive game. I think they're still giving up too much off the rush at times and putting themselves in bad positions for odd man rushes, as well as giving their opponents too much of an opportunity late in close games. Obviously, they lost in Toronto the other night after giving up a goal with just over 4 minutes left in regulation. And I think they could just be a bit better when it comes to closing out games. I also think there's still work to be done with power play, but it's only because everyone knows how much they're capable of with the personnel that they have. So it's just a matter of rising to the expectations, I think. There's a lot to like about how the Rangers have turned around their game overall, though.
Yeah, a lot to like about the Rangers, how they've turned things around. As you said, Mollie, they are in the thick of things in the Metro Division, and we will see what they can do after the break. That is the great Mollie Walker. She covers the Rangers for the New York Post. Mollie, always good to see you. Enjoy the All-Star break, and we will talk soon.
Thanks so much, Dexter.